Hi, this is Jill from Humu Yoga, and this is the gentle chair yoga class. This week we're working with the theme of passion. And I really love this theme because it's a reminder to me that yoga is a work in, not a work out. And we can get so much out of it, even when we're doing it with the prop of a chair. So we'll go ahead and get started, and I'm going to take us through a nice quiet centering. We will tune into the breath, and then I'll recite the quotes on passion, and then I'll weave it into the practice today. And if this is something you like, please subscribe. I do these weekly and with a different theme. So let's go ahead and get started. Notice, can you sit up? Let's take a moment to connect to bandhas or inner locks. So what that means is all the muscles you're sitting on, the pelvic floor muscles, just engage those, just enough that they're activated. We call that Mula Bandha or root lock. And then above that, below the belly button, pull in and up. And we call that Uddiyana Bandha, and it means flying upwards. And then at the top of the spine, just draw your chin down. We call that Jalandhara Bandha or chin lock. And just feel the energy of the bandhas and how they support you from within, so that now you can maybe let go of your hands and just tune into the breath. So focusing now on the inhalations and how the rib cage expands when you inhale, and then exhale, feel how the rib cage draws closer together. Inhale, try to make the inhalations and the exhalations equal in length. One more time, inhale and exhale. Let's take the hands together in prayer position by the heart and vibrate together in Om, and then I'll recite the quotes. Inhale. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. Find what you are passionate about and let that consume your heart. A life without passion is merely existing. Let your heart set the fire and your soul carry the flame. To love what you do and feel that it matters, how could anything be more beautiful? Passion. I love how passion can be fiery, but it can also be really peaceful and calm, and we can move with it in everything we do. So let's go ahead and we'll take the hands behind. And then from here, let's just get a sense of curling the low spine, how the spine can curl. And then inhale, sit way up. We're gonna move the spine today. Exhale, curl it back, and it's supported. And inhale, lift up. Do that one more time. Exhale, curl the spine back. Inhale, and lift way up. And now, sitting up, inhale, reach the arms. Reach as high as you can. So it's okay to elevate the shoulders, but then roll them away from your ears. Reach way up. And then exhale, reach out. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach up. Let the shoulders elevate, but roll them away from your ears, and then reach out. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reach up. Elevate, roll the shoulders away from your ears, and then reach out. One more time. Inhale, reach up, but this time a little different. We're gonna reach up, let the shoulders elevate, roll away from your ears, and let's side bend over to the right. As you do that, feel the pinky finger on the left side all the way down to the left hip. Reach, 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 and then inhale, rise up. Shoulders elevate, but roll away from your ears. Exhale, go to the left. Lift and reach. Feel the pinky finger and line of energy from this right pinky finger all the way down to the right hip, and rise up. And again, inhale, lift up, shoulders away from your ears. Side bend. This time, let's take the right hand down and just hold on, but roll that right shoulder away from your ear and the left shoulder away from your ear as you side bend a little deeper. Let's take the head down for a moment. You could even drop the chin for a moment. Breathe. And then inhale here. Slowly start to turn the head. Look straight ahead. And if it's in your body and you want to, look up. Change that gaze. It's kind of down the nose and up. Breathing. Just notice what's going on in your body. Maybe some popping going on. Good stuff. Inhale, rise up. And then from here, we'll go to the other side. Reach up. Elevate, but roll the shoulders away from your ears, side bend. And let's go ahead and take the hand down. And really, I want you to really roll that left shoulder away from your ear. And the same with the right shoulder. And side bend a little deeper. And then we're gonna go ahead and take the head down. You could drop your chin, get a nice stretch there. And then slowly begin to turn the head, maybe straight ahead. Maybe you can look up. Reaching shoulders away from your ears, and inhale and rise up. And now we're going to go ahead and turn and do a few standing poses supported by the chair. So I always like to start with a lunge because it helps to open the hip flexors, which don't get stretched when we sit too much. So this is a really good hip opener. If you bend the knee and you use these muscles under the butt to try and get that butt under, you might feel a nice stretch there. Now start to straighten, but keep that action. Do that a few times. Bend and straighten. And we'll try that one more time. Bend and straighten. Now when you add the arm, you'll feel even more stretch. So lift up. Now we're gonna take it into a side bend. Let's bend over to the right, but keep that butt under on that left side. Reach. And then inhale, rise up. Let's slowly, you can stay here if you want to. If you want to come into warrior one, we turn the foot down, press into the floor a little bit more and reach up, lifting up to go back. Some of you might be able to take your hands together in prayer position, gaze up to the hands if you can, or straight ahead, if that's better in your neck. Either one, whatever is serving you. Lift up, up to go back. And then we rise up. Now we're gonna open. So see if you can find this. I'm opening and I'm facing straight ahead for now, just working on opening the right knee. I feel a little turn in that back leg, but it's supported by external rotation as well. And then I'm just changing my gaze and breathing, and I'm feeling a nice widening, opening across the chest. Breathing, keep breathing. Inhale here. And we're going to transition to the other side. So just turning the feet. So we'll start in this lunge position, taking the tail under, really feeling the stretch on the hip flexors or the top of the hip here, and then try to straighten. And do that a few times. You could always adjust as you're here. Straighten. And one more time. And straighten. Even if you don't get all the way straight, that doesn't matter. You want to feel the stretch here. Right, really feel that. Keeping the butt under. And then we'll reach the arm up. You might feel it a little bit more intense. And then side. Take it to the left. Keep that tail under. Reach. Breathe. You could gaze straight ahead. Some of you might want to gaze up. That's up to you. And then inhale, rise up. Now I'm going to take the back foot down for warrior one. But if that was hard on your knee or for some reason, you could keep it up. That's up to you, but we'll reach the arms. If you can, both arms up. Lift up to go back, or you could hold on, right? Maybe you can take your hands together and gaze up to the hands, but maybe you'd rather be straight ahead. It's up to you. Breathe. Get the most out of your pose for you. Inhale, rise up, and facing straight ahead. And then I just turn my gaze over my fingertips. I'm opening the chest. I'm opening, right? Feeling the external rotation on both legs, but there's internal rotation on this back leg too. So reach. You can find the balance. Breathe. And then from here, we're going to transition into goddess pose. So today, let's focus on more of a back bend here. So we'll take, some people call these cactus arms. I guess it's like a cactus. So let the shoulders come down and wide. And let this serve you. So open the knees as you lift up. So find a back bend here. Go for it. The shoulders are down and wide. And lift up. Lift up. lift up. And then we'll come back to neutral. And we'll take the hands to prayer position. And now we'll be in a pause here. So now we're more internal, grounding, and stay here. And then from here, I'm going to move the feet a little closer together. Go as wide or as, I think a little wider than hip width is perfect. And a little turned out maybe for most of us, because we're going to come to stand. And what I want you to do is lean forward. You can use your hands, kind of stick the butt out and rise up. And then we'll go back down. So feel the hip crease, right? Kind of stick the butt back, come down. Do that again. Lift up. And as you come up, try to really straighten your legs this time. And then come back down. One more time, and this time we're going to stay up. Come up. Really try to straighten the legs. Notice the hips are nice and lengthened. And then we're going to turn the left foot in and the right foot out. And we're going to come into Trikonasana, but we're going to use the chair. So you could be using the chair the whole time, right? We're going to inhale here. I'm going to go a little longer, maybe about a leg length, and then reach the arm up. And then try to have this right arm right under your armpit as best you can. And we're going to turn a little and reach up. Try to look up. If that was hard on your neck, you could look straight ahead. And breathe. Just notice what's going on here. Keep breathing. Keep turning. We're going to reach this arm over just to get a little side body. It's a variation of triangle pose. Reach. And then from here, reaching up and coming up. And we'll transition. Turning the feet. You could use the chair the whole time if you needed to. Turning that right foot in or right hip in. Left hip out, and taking the hand down so that it's under the armpit as I reach the right arm up. And I'm turning these left ribs up to the ceiling. And I'm turning this right hip in, trying to turn the left hip out. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Maybe you gaze straight ahead, whatever works in your body. Now we'll get some side body. Reach, really breathe. And then inhale here, rise up. From here, we'll come back down to the chair. So set yourself up, bend the knees. You might want to take your hands back and make sure your chair's there and come down. And then we'll come to seated. And from here, we'll come into a nice glute stretch. So let your right leg come up, cross the ankle over your knee, and sit up. Sit up and try to open this knee as best you can. Maybe you want to come forward. If that's feeling good, you want to feel the outer hip though. Just get the most out of this stretch for your body. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and try and tightly cross the legs. And we're going to turn, but we're going to turn to the right. So we turn to the right. And from here, you take the left hand on top of the right knee and the right hand behind you and lift up. And turn the left ribs to the right. Breathe. Inhale, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, turning the left ribs to the right. Gazing over the right shoulder. And inhale and come back to the center. So now we're going to do the other side. So let's go ahead and cross the left ankle as best you can over that right knee. And you might need to use your hands and just really work on opening this knee. Depends on your hips. Some people might be able to come forward quite easily. And breathe. But stay where you're feeling a stretch. Sit up as tall as you can. And then from there, let's go ahead and cross. Try to tightly cross. Really tightly cross. And then we're going to turn this time to the left. And you can take your left hand on the chair and your right hand on the outside of your right knee. And we're not trying to turn the hips, we're trying to turn the ribs. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, turn your right ribs to the left. Gently maybe taking your gaze over the left shoulder, pulling the belly in. Inhale, exhale, turning. And inhale and come back. One of the things I love about yoga is how we move with the breath. It really is amazing, and there's no forcing. It's just allowing. So I always like to finish with a back bend and a forward bend. So let's reach way up. And just take this somewhere beautiful where your body wants to go. Lift way up to go back. Just see where that is today. This one is definitely, can be a little fiery, a little heat. You might feel lift up and slowly come down. And then we'll come into a forward bend, which are by their nature a little bit more calming. So sit way up. You could come more to the edge of your chair, lift the make sure your low back's engaged and lift your lower belly as you start to come forward. And just go where you can. Maybe you can come to the floor and just allow your chin to drop. Relax the shoulders, breathing, releasing. Inhale, lengthen, rising up and coming to sit. And just take a moment to notice where you are now in this body, in this mind, in your passion to just find that joy, that ease, and let this resonate in everything you do. Namaste.